Dinners from yesterday.
Oh yeah, where are those?
Well, they're on a post-it note on my desk, but I remember them.
Okay. I remember. Or Maggie said 2 of them. I don't know the third one.
My gosh, it is going to be a day. Diane's here. This is the long-awaited and kind of an annual event.
It has
What
been
do you
an
say?
annual event.
Diane's here,
Yep.
and she brought in the Christmas album for 2023 she made for her daughter, and here is a little sneak peek.
It's not completely done yet, but I had to get it.
Diane's been working really hard on it
Yeah.
because Diane has been working a little extra at Memory Bound, and we had Merry Makers, everybody, and I have been kind of
Busy
out of the mainstream of what's going on here, and so Diane has had to do a lot of extras, and therefore her album got a little behind, but
Yep.
you're gonna love it. I had a peek at it yesterday, and I can't wait for her to show all of you. And she's got stuff that she used and techniques, and I don't know, you've shown us several Christmas albums that you've done
Right.
for your girls.
And I'll have to show you a picture of how Jill displays them. I went over to
yes,
her
we
house
wanna
last
see that.
night, and she actually puts them front and center in her house, so that makes me feel good.
Well,
and
yeah,
I know
she
she
likes them.
really appreciates it. I got to show her this on Sunday, and she loved it.
She loved it?
Yeah.
Before we jump in with Diane's Christmas album, we need to talk about our winners from yesterday.
Yes, that was so exciting.
Thank you, Chris. Chris made up 3 of these adorable little sleighs. There is a picture of them on Facebook right before this video, so take a look. And we gave away 1 to an online customer, 1 to an in-store customer, and 1 to a phones customer. And the winners were our phone customer. Congratulations, Mary from Maine. So Mary will be receiving one of Chris's projects. We don't have one to show because I think they've
No.
already been given away.
Yep.
And then Ruby got one from Mary from Maine was a phone call.
Right.
Phone order. I might have said that. I have no idea. Ruby was an online order.
Okay.
And then Cheryl was an in-store customer.
Yes.
So
She was so excited.
oh my gosh, everybody was, and congratulations, and really a big, huge shout out to Chris. She did all of that on her own.
Great idea.
She got the product herself. She made it, and it was all her idea. So
Yep.
thank you, Chris. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great addition to our day.
It was. And there's Mary. She says she's so excited. And don't you love how we call her Mary from Maine?
Yeah.
She's never Mary. Mary from Maine. We used to have a lot of Marys, and I think we still do. But
Yeah.
so congratulations, everyone. And Deborah's asking about the spiral notebooks from yesterday, and we are getting more.
Yes.
And Diane, do you think they'll be here Monday, maybe, or Friday?
They should be, possibly Friday, depending on how delayed they are from the holidays. But Friday or Monday, and then the spiral notebooks are coming back in. The
Ephemera bits, the rub-ons.
Oh, I'm not sure what else from that collection.
We've reordered the Christmas
Yeah.
Spectacular from 49 and Market.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing, too, because next Thursday, we're having a special visitor in the afternoon.
Yes.
Katie
So
Petit
excited.
is going to be in the area, and she's going to stop by. So watch for that next Thursday afternoon.
That will be pretty exciting.
And if you would like to get the spiral notebooks, Deborah, just call us or send us an email, and we'll reserve them for
Yep,
you.
We'll get you in
We've got quite a few coming. Chris's project yesterday was pretty amazing.
It was.
And you'll find it on our blog in a few days. So it will be there so you can see it. I think she took it home, and she's not here today.
And
So.
you know, it was a perfect example of doing if you need a quick little project. It was amazing, but it was doable. This is not doable in a day.
This you cannot do quickly.
But it's great. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and if you need a quick project or if you want to spend a little bit more time and be creative, then this is for you. So here at Memory Bound, we try to get everybody involved, have everybody be successful and have fun at doing their projects. So,
And oh my gosh, Diane, it is already on the blog. So I would say a big, huge kudos to Janet.
yes.
Because she got it on the
Wow.
blog in 24 hours.
Wow.
And she's busy setting up her new craft room in Texas. So
Yes.
thank you, Janet. And then, Diane, we have a question about the mica flakes. And are those back order?
are on back order, but there was a date of early December.
So the mica flakes look like they might be a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
And again, if you would like us to reserve them when they come in, let us know and we'll call you, or you can just kind of watch for them too if you'd rather do that.
And I had never bought mica flakes until a couple weeks ago, and I bought some, and I made some snowballs, and I should have brought those in using the bubbles. So I did some of the bubbles with mica flakes and some with my diamond dust, and they make really fun, chunky snowballs.
Well, when it comes back in, maybe you'll have to bring those in so we can
Yeah.
see them. I would
Yeah,
love to see them myself.
It was
So.
another fun project that Jill and
Diane,
I
we're
did.
getting lots of comments about your apron. They want to know if
okay.
it's Tim Holtz fabric,
It
where you
is.
got it.
It is
She
Tim
could probably,
Holtz fabric.
if she could reach it, she could probably match up the color. Now we do have a lot of Tim Holtz Christmas fabric, so if you want to make an apron for the holidays or pillows or just use it in your crafting, give us a call and we'd be happy to get you
Yes,
some.
it
Oh,
was
look at there.
these two fabrics, and a friend of mine had make it for me, and I love it because it's got big pockets.
Pockets are very important
Yes.
in crafting and here at Memory Bound.
Yes. And then I showed a couple weeks ago, my friend Kim made me a quilt out of all of this stuff too, and that was absolutely beautiful.
So some of the fabric is online, the
Yep.
little crafty cuts that we have.
Let's
The others you just need to call, and
So
maybe we need to
still
post pictures of it too, Diane.
have
Oh, and we have our
some-
bundles.
Yeah, we have our bundles, and these are $12.49, and that has four. 1, 2, 3,
Maybe
five.
So $12.99
So we
for
do
5
have-
crafty cuts, and our crafty cut is our own. It's our own design, our own measurement.
Yep.
They're 12 by 22 approximately, and you're going to get all these different fabrics. And they're good to put on cards, to make little ornaments, put it in a hoop.
And we'll show you some other examples of how we used it. This is a yard of the white words.
So there's the fun Christmas
Yep.
words. And this is all Tim Holtz fabric.
Yes.
So I guess
And
we
this
did,
is flannel.
We assumed that people knew that,
Yeah.
but Jan says she needs to find a sewing friend.
I have a couple sewing friends, and I love them dearly. Let's see. So
Okay. All right. And Lisa says you need to show and tell the quilt. And we showed the
we
quilt.
showed it, but I can bring it in again
That's sweet.
because
Okay.
it's gorgeous.
All right. Well,
Gorgeous,
thank you,
gorgeous.
Diane.
Okay, so here's some of the other fabric. These two words are the
Those
flannel.
go really well together.
And we do have the words in the cotton.
Now this
too.
is the fabric that's just kind of a patchwork. It's got all the different little fun things.
Yes.
And you can cut it apart. Oh, thank you, Diane. Diane's going to get the bolts down.
Okay,
so
here's
if you can buy it by the yard or the half yard, or you can buy crafty cuts.
Yeah.
So see how you could cut all of those different things apart.
And this is flannel too.
Or you could leave them together and make placemats and stitch between,
Oh yeah.
kind of making a
There's-
quilt look. So
There is a lot of options.
So if you
Jill
wanna-
and I came up with a lot
well,
of.
and show us what you made with the fabric. Speaking
Okay.
of fabric, let's start there. And
So
maybe you were already, I don't know.
Jill and I had a craft day on Sunday. The other two girls were busy, but she wanted to cover books. So this is what she came up with. She did all these on her own. She just brought books, and look how fun this is. This is an old feed bag. I mean, really old.
So how did you How did you do it? Did you
This
just glue
one
them
we
in?
used hot glue.
Okay.
And I'll show you how we did the other ones. But
Oh gosh,
look
look
at
at
those.
it's got green.
And she'll probably display it like this. She wanted just some of the green words or numbers shown. So,
And then this is the Tim Holtz fabric that we have.
And we still have some of that.
You could even put an accent of tie a red ribbon around here. That would be really cute.
We had talked about doing things on the spine, but she just wants them just like this. She is going to stack them just like this. So the insides are really...
Don't open.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
we just used score tape. That's all we did. And they really went together.
Well, you know
very
what,
fast.
Diane? If you had to, if you wanted to, you could get some undo and take that right off.
Yeah.
And you'd be good.
She has a lot of books, so I'm sure she's just going to leave these. But look how fun that stack is. So
just to set out or
Yep.
put something on top of it or
Yeah.
tie them all together.
yeah, tie them all together.
There's
would
lots of options.
be cool. So then she saw, if you just want to
Oh,
pan over there, she saw those sitting on my desk. These are the frames, the collage frames that Kelly
from Tim
used.
Holtz.
They are Tim Holtz. And we just had some ones that were kind of damaged, so she went and decorated them all. She got into all my Tim Holtz ephemera and just had a heyday. Here.
Like, look at that. So and we are talking a lot about Jill, which is Diane's oldest daughter.
Yes.
And there's her family. And she just put the picture right into
Yeah,
it. And when
and-
we did Merrymakers, that was one thing I really wanted to do, was to make one of these up with a photo.
Yeah, I just went to my Christmas pictures from last year and just quickly put some pictures in. But you can see how much fun. She just had a riot doing it, because I have all my ephemera out in cupcake tins and other things, and she just started.
You just pick what you want to
She
use.
did. She just
And there's-
started pulling.
And she's got a little piece of fabric on that one, guys.
Yep. She had a lot of fun. And a lot of this stuff I had in my stash. So these are the wood chips that I just stamp on.
Oh, yeah.
And those were in my stash.
And we have those. They're from Tim Holtz.
This is the fabric she just tied on there.
She's creative like her mom, I can tell.
Yeah, she loves. And this is Jana's oldest, Harrison, but how cute is that picture?
Yeah. Well, hey, everyone,
So-
get the idea of getting a Christmas banner, and it's perfect for taking family photos.
Yes, yeah. So we do have the collage frames for sale. You get 2 oval and 2 whatever
rectangle with a
rectangle
curved edge.
and I didn't bring one of those, but and then we just
I thought we were out of the little confections.
Maggie found some.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
and I love these. So we sprinkled the Diane's glitter mist or glitter mix on the
you
snow.
can see
on
the sparkles.
Yeah, on the candy
So
cane.
if you want the confections, don't wait. Get
Yeah.
them ordered right away. This stuff we can't even get ourselves
no,
anymore.
no.
So kudos to Maggie for finding some.
And the fabric pieces are the stitch scraps that Jill had lots of fun with, because there's
So
2
there's
there, and there's 1 there, and there's 1 there.
Then you don't have to sew, you guys.
Yep.
You can just,
And there's one there. And she used the number 4 because there's 4 in
Oh.
their family.
So there's the stitch scraps. And they're good Christmas colors. Or Valentine's, or just everyday colors too.
And these are little hoops
Oh
that
my
we
gosh.
made out of the fabric. So we found the background fabric, and then she embellished.
So you
them.
just stretch the hoop, the fabric,
Yep.
the hoop around the fabric.
And it was the 3-inch hoop is what size these are. And they're $2.29. But we have hoops in all sizes.
So that's a good crafty day thing.
It's like the ones that Katie had made.
Oh, yeah.
Katie had made those earlier. So
And we believe Katie actually sewed those trees,
she
right?
did with her sewing machine.
Woohoo.
Yes. So those are a really fun, easy project to make with your girlfriends or with grandkids or kids.
Well, it's an easy way to use up your odds and ends
Yep.
and your scraps and your extra ephemera and things.
Jill loves torn fabric, so she got into my scraps and. But
Lots
look
of
how
loop. I see
fun
lots of
those
loop
are.
pins. There's the snowflakes that Diane just showed.
And you can actually make these into ornaments or just set them on easels.
And if you're making them for a friend, we do have these little easels because look how cute that
Yeah.
black easel is.
Yeah, they're
And they
like
come in black or natural, or you can get the wire ones.
$5.99 for the metal.
And I think they're maybe $3 for the wood ones.
$3.99.
And they come in black or natural. So if you want natural to kind of match the hoops, or if you like black for an accent, you can do either one.
But yeah, those would be a great
Little
house
gift.
little gift.
Yeah,
a hostess gift.
Yeah. Yes, I love that idea.
Would be great. And they really, you just go to your stash.
Well, I'm kind of jealous. It sounds like you had a fun crafting day.
We did, and we could have made a lot more because we have lots of ideas, but you know.
Well, Diane, Lori would like you to adopt her. I think you had other people in the past, and she can't imagine being in your craft room.
Well,
Diane has a very nice craft room.
I do, but boy, it's kind of a disaster right now. But I just wanted to show you a picture of how Jill displays things. See this green? It's a green wood
Tip it.
crate.
We're getting the lights there. I think that's pretty good.
And it's, I don't know, it's probably
Looks big.
18 inches wide by like 24. And she just stood them all up. And then she has them on her sofa table as you
And how fun is that to look
new
back
one.
on
And
past
she's got
Christmases?
some more. The boys love looking at them, and it is really fun because I started this when Garrett was probably a year old, and he's 15 now. So I think I've figured out I've done about 14. This might be the 14th one.
It would be fun to look back at your first one.
Yeah, it's fun to look back on the boys
And see how they've grown.
Yes. So
this is a great tradition to start if you
it is.
want to. Or a lot of people do December dailies, and you could get out your December dailies and put those out in a fun display box.
And I have mine on my bookshelves in my living room because I have a lot too that I've done.
Do you keep
over
them
the
out
years.
year round or put them out at the holidays?
I keep some of them out because our TV stand has it's a glass bookshelf type, and I put all my Christmas ones in there, so they are pretty much on display all year round, just for a safe place to keep them.
Because they're great for your decor for the holidays,
they
like
are.
Janet said.
Yes.
Mary says your daughter's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And you guys, she's beautiful on the inside and the
She's
outside.
Pretty sweet girl, very sweet.
She's a boy mom.
All my
I
daughters
guess
are boy
they're all
moms.
boy moms. I'm just figuring out my daughter's a boy mom,
Yes,
and that's
she
probably
is.
what she's going to be.
And you know what? They would not trade that for $1 million.
That's right.
They all enjoy being boy moms. Yes. Okay, so when I was at Jill's last night, I grabbed the album that I made for her last year, and I just wanted to give you a little overview of what I did last year. I started with I don't know what they call
Elizabeth
this.
Crafts.
The
Is it Bear or Blank?
blank.
It's one of the Elizabeth Crafts planners. It's a
Yes.
full-size planner. Isn't it called
It's called Blank.
Blank?
And it's the Planner Essential size, so it's the larger size. But this is what I started last year. It was just blank. And
Did you put
there
gesso?
is a demo out there. I'm not sure if Janet can find it. It was probably from last November. But if you put in Diane, it will come up.
Yeah.
I'm sure I probably did
If
it
you
in
go to
November
our
last
blog,
year.
and if you're not sure how to get to our blog, go to memorybound.com, and there's a link to our blog right at the top, and then you can search Now, if you're looking on your phone, I can't do a search on my iPhone, but on your computer, you can, and type in Diane's name and you'll see all of her projects.
So this is a really fun project.
It's really amazing.
So I started with gesso. So gesso the whole thing, and I did not cover the whole thing. I wanted some of the natural album to come through, so I just took
kind of dry brush it a little bit.
Remember that old brush?
Oh,
old ratty brush that it was an old ratty brush that I bought at the dollar store. And I just kind of went all over it, not all over it, just randomly inside and outside. And then all your rub-ons will adhere. I used paint, I used washi tape, I used
looks like stencils.
Stencils, I used paint with stencils.
And she even decorated the little side guard.
This was last year's, and then I thought, well, using this year's Tis the Season, Dear Santa rub-ons.
Oh my gosh, that
would be really
great.
cool too. So you can use, I don't know, stencils and
so
rub-ons.
Diane, you recommend though putting the gesso over it before you do something.
And I'm not sure. I think it was probably Annette Green from Elizabeth Craft that first came out with this idea, and she used gesso. And everything is pretty much stick.
Because you know this has been looked at a lot.
Yes, there's one little thing, and I'll just use a little glue, liquid glue. But isn't that fun?
So this album is made to be painted and decorated. You could leave it by itself the way it is if you wanted to.
Yep. And I did the front and the back. But
I remember you making this, and you're right.
So much fun.
These rub-ons from the Simple Stories Dear Santa line would be perfect.
Yes.
Even put them on there randomly, like little scrap pieces of it would be neat.
And you don't have to do the whole thing, really. You could do whatever you want to. But this was one of my all-time favorite albums.
And this,
that I did.
This is on our blog.
Yes.
And actually, Janet has linked it already.
Okay, thanks,
I
Janet.
don't know how she does it.
We
don't know how Janet does it, but
she master
she
of
is
linkers.
the master linker. We need to get her a certificate.
Yes. Okay, so on to this year. As Kelly said, this has taken me a while just because of time, but the cover is not completely done. I am going to hang some dangly things here, but I thought I found this in my stash. So I thought this would be kind of a fun and different way to do the album, but I will put the year, and I'll hang probably some bells, and I'll go to my stash here. And
oh my gosh. So here's those little log slices from Tim Holtz.
Yes, and we still do have those.
Yeah,
and
we've got a good
stamp
selection
on them, and I love them. So a lot of this stuff I had already had made up, from last year or whatever. So I just get it all out. And if you were to see my table, it's a little
it's full.
Disaster. But then you know what you have. And I go to my stash all the time. I do buy the new stuff, and I intermixed the new and the old, which you have to do because there's always new fun stuff. And then I bought a bunch of these.
Oh, these vignette boxes.
Vignette boxes that we just sell individually for $5.49. And look how fun those are, just to put all your ephemera, washi tape, and all the different things. And then...
And you can get littler ones, or you can get the set that has the tray, the medium, and the small.
Yep. And then this is an old loaf pan of my mom's, and I get out all my Tim Holtz stickers, the photo cards that I love, and all the bigger ephemera pieces I put in here.
I agree, Diane. If you don't see it, you don't use it.
Nope. Flashcards. So that's a good way. And then at the end of the season, I will put it back in its original holders, but at least it's out. This is a drawer that
oh my gosh,
7 gypsies.
We're going back a ways.
And I put paper in it like
Which
Janet.
you could do that with that 9x9.
Yeah, and that's what this is right
okay.
here.
All right.
I grabbed ours.
How many people remember Seven Gypsies?
Yeah, I wish I had more of those, but I use a tray like this at home. I forgot mine.
I can't remember what this tray's called. Can you remember?
A 9-inch vignette panel.
Vignette panel.
So
that tray, and I think, was it Katie or Janet that started
Janet, I think, did that.
So it's got a piece of acrylic, so you can change out the paper if you want to, and for different seasons. And you could even leave this Christmas paper, put your Valentine or whatever on top and just flip. Oh, sorry, Dan, and flip them around. There might be multiple papers in there. I don't know.
Yes, there is.
So we just change out for the season.
Yep, there's that one, or you could turn it over.
Or if you want to match your craft room or whatever you want to do, that acrylic comes in 12 by 12, and you just cut it to size, and it protects it, and it's perfect.
Yes, and I just sold somebody that maybe yesterday. Somebody was going to do that too.
Well, I think I need to.
Yeah. So get out your fun trays, your mom's loaf pan.
Well, that's meaningful though.
Chris had a jelly roll pan yesterday.
Yes, she
Anything
did.
like that to keep them contained and to get it out in.
Make it visual.
Make it visual so you actually use it. I have a lot more stuff, but I just put a little of everything in here. Jill had a heyday.
Oh, she probably, and you can't tell that you used anything.
No, because I kept
you keep refilling.
Refilling. But it was fun when you go to do collage things like that to just kind of pick and choose. So anyway, on to this. I wanted to do another, use another Elizabeth Craft planner because I had so much fun doing the one last year, and it's such a fun size. Plus, I probably have 50 Elizabeth Craft dies.
Oh.
And I really wanted to use all of them. And Elizabeth Craft came out with several really good dies and stamps this last year. They have really stepped up their game.
They're releasing like every other week. They've got a new release coming out.
And speaking of new releases, we just ordered them yesterday, the new David stamps, dies.
The kit is sold out, and and Elizabeth or Else put a message on the Elizabeth Crafts retailer page. They're very sorry. They miscalculated the quantity. They have more coming. They ran out of the albums, and we were able to get one kit just by a fluke. So we will have more coming.
It does have an album.
Just in case.
Thank you, Maggie.
This is a just in case.
Maggie, well, let's say hi to Maggie.
Well, Becky made this for a friend.
Oh, get a microphone.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
I didn't want to interrupt.
That's okay. This is hot news
tonight, and we thought it was such a cute idea.
Yes.
Okay, so
Sorry,
our own Becky. That's okay. Our own Becky. We got a hot.
Yes.
Those special reports.
You gotta get it while it's hot. Becky made this with our bags, and she used that Tim Holtz, the birthday one right there.
So she used this stamp from Tim Holtz,
And
which
she
is bold
used the
sayings.
archival inks.
Which we have in several different.
You do have to use archival if you are going to stamp on
And
these
then
bags.
she filled it for a birthday present for a friend. And she said that her tip was that she ironed the bag first.
Oh,
And
I love
Made it
that
really
tip.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she did put some birthday balloons, but it's not a die that we have, so I'm not, or a
Oh,
stamp.
let's just see
You
it.
have to see it. It's
It's
really
so cute, but
Oh,
I'm
that
sure
is
we have
cute.
something like that. But she's going to give it to her friend tonight,
Oh, fun.
and I just thought it was too cute not to share.
We love this. We
Yes.
absolutely love it.
And so I brought over the Christmas one also.
So here is the birthday one that Becky used. And then we do have, we're kind of in the Christmas mode right now. So we do have the Christmas one if you wanted to stamp some bags. And we have the bags, and are they like $3 maybe or two something?
I don't know where all of our bags are.
They're up front.
I'll go get that size.
Maggie's going to get a size wearing her microphone.
No, I have them.
Oh, you have the microphone? Okay. So there's the happy birthday wishes to you stamp. And there's
These
the bag.
are like perfect stamps.
They're
for
a
that.
perfect size.
Yes,
and the
they
bags
are.
come in like 6 sizes. You can get teeny tiny. You can get, this is the, is
Probably
it 8 by 12? 8 by 12?
8 or
Is this the size?
8
Yeah.
by-
These are the prices for the muslin bags.
Oh, so it's the one that she used is $2.99.
Yeah.
And Janet just posted a link because she's so on the ball.
Just so cute. So
They
she's going
are.
to give it tonight to her friend, and so
Well, what a great
yeah, she's
way to
got
give
some
a
goodies.
gift.
I thought she was giving
wanna
it to me.
I think we all want to see what's in there.
Oh,
or is
let's
there a
see.
friend watching?
oh gosh, there's a
card.
card. And then she has
Becky doesn't mind, I'm sure.
What else you got in here, Becky? She's got a keychain.
Oh, just a lot of different things.
yes.
How fun.
And she's got something fun in here.
Do you
I
think
don't know
her
what
friends
that
are
is.
watching?
Lifesaver mints. Oh, her friend loves these. These are Lifesaver mints.
Oh, I'd like to try those. They're orange.
They
mint.
smell
we had
really
some
good.
here.
Yes.
Well, Maggie,
Well,
we love
yes.
we love these live
Interruptions.
interruptions.
Well, I just
Commercials.
thought it was way too cute, but I'm sure that we could find a balloon
A
stamp.
balloon or anything really you could put there,
wouldn't that
or
be
their
fun?
names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Love
cute.
it.
Good job,
Okay,
Becky.
Yeah.
Just had
Yes.
to share that.
All right, thanks, Maggie.
Thanks, Becky.
This is perfect because we haven't really gotten started, so
Nope.
this is perfect.
So I'm going to take this, these pages out and show you.
You guys get ready to be blown away because
Now,
I saw a peek of this yesterday and it is amazing. And we should thank Catherine for our little,
yes, I
nice
love
little
this.
stand.
Yes. So I might just start out by saying this type of album is not for everybody. I do it because I love creating and I love working with all the dies and the stamps and the paper products. I'll have to say that I started with the Dear Santa line, and I used the 6x8 pad a lot, but they are
It's
completely
retired.
gone and we cannot get them from anybody's, so I apologize, but we do still have the 12x12 paper packs that have
You could
a lot
easily,
of
I
the
think you could
fun-
easily use that. And look at the
Oh,
stickers.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the paper in here is really fun. I used any of the sticker book, the ephemera. Let's see what else.
Mary says OMG already. That's only like a first page.
And then I just grabbed a lot of this product and I used a lot. But then I went to my stash and I used a little Tim Holtz in here too. So
Well, and we also think you could take the Simple Stories 'Tis the Season. Diane and I
Yes.
talked about that.
and I did
Oh,
use
and she brought some of it.
I did use some of the pieces out of the
Is that the
ephemera.
The
Yeah,
large
from-
ephemera.
and
So,
then a lot of the Tim Holtz.
so it's kind of like pick what you like
Yep.
and then just get a bunch
Yep.
of it. And there's
And then this is the
Oh,
new.
we still have this.
Yes, we do. It's the layers and paper dowels, but it's got lots and lots of fun things. So I used a lot of this and then a lot of the old Tim Holtz ephemeras. So again, go to your stash. But I usually start out with one collection. Last
then you
year
expand?
I used, I'm not sure what I used. I think I used a Simple Stories in there too. And then this year it was a Simple Stories, the Dear Santa line. So I just picked up everything and started designing, which is so much fun to do. And to be creative in your techniques, it's just so much fun.
well, and Diane, you're also very good at that.
Well, I know it's over the top, but first of all, I love doing it. And that's why all these pages take me so long. But I also know that Jill appreciates.
Well, she's got them
And
displayed in her
because-
home, and you said the kids love looking
They
at them.
do. But this is her kind of style too. She decorates in this vintage, and her Christmas is all kind of vintagey. So this is a paper out of the paper line from Dear Santa. And then this is one of the new Tim Holtz dies. It is, let me read this.
Elizabeth Crafts.
Elizabeth Craft. Half page tab 3 with paper clip numbers. So I used this piece here.
So this piece, it's one piece and
Yep.
you fold it, right, Diane?
Yes.
So it makes
And
it double
then
strength.
I was able to attach the paper to that.
And I remember, everyone, when this came out, Diane talked a lot about this one die and how much she loved it. And she got it and she's
Yes.
used it.
And really, I think I used the page in here too, but this is what it looks like.
So see how it's one piece, and you probably could cut it in half if you wanted to, but when you fold it, then you're getting double
Right,
reinforced.
so this is
you've
what
got
it
one.
looks like, and then you just fold it, and then you put your paper in here and glue it down. So then
That
you
looks
can make
pretty easy.
any paper, any page into, and then be able to connect it.
And Janet just linked that. It's $28.99, and you also get these number clips.
Yes.
So you get the reinforcement piece, a page, and then your number clips, and a plain clip. So you could use that, put something
So
on that.
yes, this is a really fun die. So I started with that one, and then the house. And then this is from the Tim Holtz, and then I put the boys' names up here, Gavin and Garrett, and I just typed those on my computer and made
I love the little bell.
little tags and put in an eyelet. And then the houses are from the Elizabeth Crafts or the Tim Holtz. There's two different dies.
So she made kind of a little grouping down here at the bottom with the houses, and she's got those trees, and they have Diane's glitter mix on them.
And okay, here's the. I'm not sure if we have this in stock or not, but this is.
Oh, that's where you
this
made
is
the
how-
trees,
Yeah,
too.
this is how I started. I got out all my dies
Look
and
at that
stamps,
box.
and this isn't even a fourth of them. But
So you got out ones you thought you might use
yes,
for your Christmas.
Yes, and I put them in this crate, so they were all.
Diane, you have to have a big
contained.
table. I can see that right now.
I had to set up an additional table.
Donna says this is amazing and only page 1. Get your coffee. We're going to be here a
Yeah,
while.
sorry. And then, this is Snow Village, and it's got a lot of fun trees.
We
These
need to get
trees
this
are-
reordered if we have. I think you probably
I
reordered
think I
it.
probably reordered
And
it.
it shipped
Yeah.
last night.
Yes. Oh,
So that'll be here in
wow.
a couple days. And then she added, I love how you added the tickets and
Yes.
just all kinds of things.
And before, if you want to know what I put my dies and stamps in, it is the Tim Holtz stamp storage sheets. I just stick them down in there.
See how they
And
are
some
pretty
of
handy.
them are in notebooks, and some of them are in other crates. I have a lot, so I have a couple different systems, but it works for me. So I don't put them in a binder like this binder. I put them in a different.
So it fits
but,
in other
But
binders.
these are really nice because they're nice and heavy.
They're heavier than most.
Yes.
And
I like
Diane,
'em.
Julie has a question for you. Do you build an entire page with all the extras before you move on to the next page?
Yes. I
Okay.
finish a page, definitely. That's a great question.
Because some people just do the backgrounds and then they go
Well,
back and.
Okay, I'll take that back.
Oh, they said your mic went out. Is your mic on?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's. We just have one comment about it, so
Can you hear me?
we'll have Janet see if she can hear you and let us know.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your
I
comment?
I did start this album a little different. Normally I just cut and do it. But I did make up a lot of
Oh.
different background pages. I did that sometime in October, and this is a Elizabeth Craft die. But I just made up background pages like
This is even stitched, you guys.
Yeah. And this is made out of the material. And I will use these. I'm going to make an album for me. And Jill really liked this one. This is a...
I remember that die, but I didn't realize it made a page.
Yes, it does. And I do have it, but it's the lantern one. And then this is another page.
But this isn't how you normally do it.
No, I usually just do it page by page, but I do have a lot of ones already made up that then I just
You
started
can
grabbing.
kind of pull from.
Yeah. So you can do it a couple different ways, whatever works for you. I did have time one day to make up a lot of background. So, but once I figure out, then I finish the whole
So
thing.
Diane made her daughter's album, and now she's going to make a whole nother one
Yes,
for herself.
or add some more.
So the December 25th on here, is that those Tim Holtz stencils?
Okay, so this, yes, that is the stencil, which
I think we have, but we might have to ring the bell. It's in the drawer.
I knew there's always something
We're going to get the stencil to show you because I saw you use that on your tag also, it looked like.
yes.
And there's the new
Yes.
stencil this year that has the festive shapes.
And then this stamp is an old set of stamps.
Janine, could you get us, the Tim Holtz, the stencils that make numbers and letters? They're on the wall with the stencil.
And words.
They look like little tags.
There's a whole package of them that come together. And they were laying on my table. And then this is this
Oh,
stamp right
I
here.
wondered where you got that.
That's this. This is from last year.
This is department store.
Yep. And I've used the 25 a lot, and then that. Nope, they're plastic.
They're on the wall. Okay, so she took this stamp and she's added her
Yep.
daughter's name.
So I ran that through the computer.
What
And
a good
then
idea.
The 4 is for number in their family, and then 2023. This took me a little bit of time. And then I had made up a whole bunch of the trees and the houses, and I had them set.
That's a good idea to pre-cut some,
yep.
get some die cuts ready to
Yep.
go.
So that's how that came about.
And there's a question about what adhesive you use to get the glitter to stick to your die cuts.
The Nuvo glue is all I ever use.
So Diane uses Nuvo glue.
Yep. I just use my finger and wipe it on, especially in a small area like this.
It sticks really well.
Yeah, it does. And then just glitter them up.
The glitter adds a lot.
Yeah, like that.
Now I feel like I need that department store. You guys, I see this stuff and then I feel like I need to get that. I need to get that. Okay.
Is there words? The words were from last year.
Okay.
Are they hanging on this end cap here?
We're looking.
Yeah.
Janine's on it, and Janine is our bloodhound.
And then we might be able to order them too. I'm not sure, but that's the first page. The back page is my favorite paper from the Dear Santa line. Again, I just stamped little.
Little stamps are
And-
just handy. Teresa loves those.
Yes. And
Karen.
it's this set of stamps from LDRS, and I've talked about this before. But look at all those fun little icons.
Nice little
Oh my
things for
gosh,
doing
I
the
have-
Teresa's grouping or
Yeah.
whatever you might be working
Yeah.
on.
And I have used the Santa sleigh, the reindeers. I've used, and there's the tree I used, and then the candy cane and stocking. So this is
they're-
a really fun set of stamps. $16.99 from LDRS.
And
Oh,
is
I
it
love
what
that.
was it called?
We would no. There really isn't.
There's
it's
no name?
number 3477. There really is no
There's
name.
no name. It's the no name Christmas stamp.
Well,
I
guess
think
it's
they're.
Tis the Season.
Oh, I bet it is tis the
Tis the
season.
Season.
Yeah.
38 stamps.
Really cute.
So
Do you use a little block when you stamp with those?
I use my
Or do you use your
Misty.
Misty?
all the time. Yes.
She showed it today. Doesn't look like 2000. Did you just show this? No.
They're all individual, but we might not have it. Words.
Okay.
Okay. So
Kim wants to know when we do housework with all this crafting. She's envious.
yeah, I don't do housework.
Could I see that one?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you looking for the die with the page?
We're looking for the Christmas one, but she thought it was 2017, but I think it's that one that you've got in your hand.
I have.
Sorry, this is live TV.
All right, we're live. We've got two people here. If you're on the phone with
2072.
Becky or Maggie, there they are.
I could try it.
And Becky, we loved your bag, by the
Yeah,
way.
your
That was
bag
really
that's
neat.
a
Very fun.
Cute idea.
Thank you.
Can we help you,
I'm
Becky?
looking for the rub-ons with the great big Santa on the front that you had just used. Oh, that's the one? Okay,
Yes,
you can
it's
have
the
that.
deer Santa.
Becky knows what
yes,
it is.
they're. Yep.
Yes. Mary said she doesn't do housework,
Don't either.
only if company's coming.
Okay, so the back of this is just some ephemera, some fun things, and then this little book down here is out of this. This is 2090. This is one of the new ones.
So is this the book right here?
it is.
Okay.
I
and it just folds
and
in
it
half.
cuts out.
Oh,
the
it cuts the window.
Yep. And
Oh my gosh, that's cute. Oh, here's the
some ephemera.
here's
on
the window. I
front.
was pointing to the wrong
Yeah.
thing.
And then I used one of the Tim Holtz pocket cards, and I apologize, these are no longer available, but I know a lot of you people,
But
a lot of you
you
ladies,
people.
sorry, you ladies have it, but I just used one of the bigger ones.
You could use his generic pocket cards,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
don't you think? And we've got
Definitely.
those.
Definitely. And I stamped it with the, it's a,
December to remember, by
Yep.
any chance?
yes, and that is on order.
That's coming.
It
So
is
there's
on
a stamp
order.
called December to
It's
remember.
this one, which is from Elizabeth Craft. It's CS311, and it's a really fun one. It's got fun labels on it. So I used that one.
But look at this die set. If you wanted to get this, it's got this
It's
fun
a good
little
one.
zigzag.
Yeah.
You've got your star or circle reinforcements. You've got the word joy and holly or jolly or joy or hoy or o. And you've got the candy cane, and that must be the candy cane she used on the previous page.
And I used, my the famous loop pins
Diane is known for her loop pins.
and
these
the
are-
little clips.
So the loop pins, you get 24, and they're kind of a tarnished, old-fashioned color. They're $4.29 for 24. They go a long ways, and
Yes.
then the tiny clips.
You have to have them.
And
your
these you
stash.
get 15, and these are $4.99. So that's a couple of Tim Holtz items that we keep in stock. We try to keep all the basic ideology in stock.
So this ticket overhangs on the front page. So what I did is I took this stamp
Oh, that's smart.
and stamped
Looks like that one.
Christmas
Okay.
right there. I stamped that on, so it's not just plain. So
Okay,
that's another.
December to remember is out of stock, and it was
Yes.
shipped last night.
Yes, it is coming.
Diane-
so just let us know.
Diane ordered it about 2:00 yesterday, and it shipped
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
And then since we're talking Elizabeth Crafts, just a quick interruption. Another one. The new ATC kit with the cork album, we are getting one, hopefully. It sold out before we even had a chance to order, and Else from Elizabeth Crafts said she was sorry, and they have more coming. They hope to have them before the end of December, so in a couple weeks. If you want one, let us know,
let
and
us
we'll make
know.
sure that we order enough.
Yep. But the stamps and the dies are coming. So I want to go back to this little, and it's, I don't know what they were called.
Droplets?
Droplets from last year. Okay.
Oh, but-
so all we have is the Halloween ones.
We have the silver and gold ones.
Oh, I didn't see those.
They're up front. So we have these Halloween ones, or we have the ones that are silver and gold, which were holiday ones last year.
But now what you can do with these is take alcohol ink and you can change the color of them. So
if you want red, you could get red.
I have the plain ones too that were in the other.
I wish he would come out with.
These were so cool.
Here, is that them?
No.
Oh, that's the things.
But to tone them down, I used mushroom ink, and all I do is take the little dauber and squirt, and then take a rag or something and kind of wipe them off. But you can definitely change the colors of these if you don't have.
So
the
these
red
are
and
the
green
droplets,
ones.
right. So
They're
these are the
awesome.
droplets, and I'm sure Janet will link them, and she can also link the ones that are silver and gold. And that way, if you want kind of
Yeah.
more of a shiny look, you can.
Definitely.
And don't they have maybe a pearly? I don't know if they have a pearly one in there. But
Yes,
we'll,
they had like this one right there. And
So
you can definitely change that to
they're
any
flat
color.
on the back, which
Yep.
is, and Janet just linked them. They're $4.99.
Yep. So
Although black
that's
kind of
that
goes
one.
with everything,
You
too.
can- yeah, definitely. This is the set of dies that I use for all my tags, and we are not able to get this anymore, but if you come across this anywhere, I would highly recommend getting it. It is $17.39, but it's got all these neat little tags,
Different
and
shapes.
tabs, and different shapes. But I wish they had not discontinued this because it's a really good one. But so if you come across this, I would highly
And there is
recommend.
the Tim Holtz tags die you can get if you want some little tags.
Yes.
I don't know if it was specimen or
There's this one. This is a good one too to have, and then the other one is called Posto, maybe.
postal specimen
Yeah.
and correspondence.
Yes.
Were the three.
So
that
those
came out.
are all really good ones too. Okay, enough about.
Okay,
this
we
page.
saw one page. One page down.
Okay, the next page is just a
th-
half
that I just
page.
love.
And there's a lot of sidekick ones or the regular planner essential ones that have pages. Like this is a full page here. This
So
is
you'll
a
see.
full
So you'll see
page.
the holes here, and just follow it around, and you can see that that is what Diane's referring
So
to.
there is a lot of the half pages is what I don't.
Did you say one time that one of these fits in the Simple Stories snap binders? Does
No, I don't think the holes line up.
I was thinking maybe one of them did, but we'll have to investigate that.
Anyway, so I just went to my dies again. And
That's a
just
good way to
pulled
see the
one out.
difference.
This is an ephemera piece that I made into a tuck. This is a rub-on here from this. And we do
Oh,
have these. This is
and
a good set.
And if you want them, don't
Yeah.
wait, because I'm sure those are gone.
They're called Christmas Noel rub-ons.
And you get 2 sheets.
Yes. So this is another great thing to have in your stash, and I think Jill used them on her little projects over there. And then another thing I always use in my books
That's what I
is
love.
silver tinsel, and I tone it down with mushroom ink.
So if you put mushroom ink on it,
Yep.
it makes it look more vintage.
Yeah, it'll look like this, and lots of twine and
Mary says they do fit in Simple Stories. So Mary, we're
Oh.
wondering, is it the sidekick that fits or the planner? I'm thinking it's the sidekick because
be.
the other one's too tall.
washi tape, another set of stamps that is a must is, let's see, this set from Tim Holtz.
Oh, holiday postmarks.
This is, it's probably 3 or 4 years
Yeah.
old, if not more, but I love this set. So if you don't have this,
I don't have to be jealous because I do have that one. I don't have to buy that one because
it's
I have it.
$29.99, and this is what I use to stamp on the wood chips too.
Oh,
And I used archival ink on these. So they start out just plain like this, and we do have packages of these.
do you want to ring the bell so somebody can get those? Okay, we need the log slices and the drops, the silver and gold droplets.
So these, the
They
circle
fit
ones
perfect.
fit
I think
perfect.
Tim planned that.
Fit perfect on there. So this is a really fun set of stamps that I use a lot. Oh, and then to fill in, this paper is out of the Dear Santa, and I added all the little set of stamps again. Thank you. I just filled in. There's
Oh, you just stamped
Yep,
around.
I stamped there and there, up here. So that was really fun to fill in, kind of. Not that it needed anything, because it is
Yeah.
pretty busy. But I thought adding the other little touches is fun.
So here are the wood slices. I guess they're not log slices, they're wood slices that Diane stamps on. And they are $5.99 and you get 15. And there's a couple different sizes, maybe 3 different sizes. And you could even paint on those and put a little snowman
yeah.
face. I've seen people do that. And then the other thing, the droplets that we have in the silver and gold. So this is going to be the same as these, but just a different color. So if you want to get some of those to accent your projects.
Yeah, those are really fun.
And then they want us to dump, Chris wants us to dump the Tim Holtz layers. Maybe we can
Okay.
do that at the end.
Okay.
We can do a dump because it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I felt like we dumped something, but it wasn't a very big dump. But I don't know what it was now because I forgot. It's been time.
Okay, so this is a tag from the Elizabeth Craft, this set, which I had been waiting for a punch like this to come out, and they came out with tags. So there's a page right there. This is a great set to have. It's $25.99. It is 2055 tab 4 with tags. I love this opening, and then you get different toppers.
And we just had somebody yesterday that I talked to on the phone that purchased the Hero Arts that Chris used, and she wanted it because of the topper.
Yes. Yep.
So if you're watching,
Yeah.
was it Tracy? I can't remember now. This might be a good one for you also. And
Yes.
this looks like those little bread
Yeah, it
tag
is.
things.
This is one of their newer ones.
And that was 2055 tab 4
Yeah.
with tags.
Yeah. So that's a really fun one to have.
Oh, Mary, thank you. We dumped Becky's gift bag. See, I couldn't remember that. I knew we dumped something, but we
Yeah.
will dump the Tim Holtz layers.
So
Here
that's
too.
just a little simple tag to put in there. And
cute.
then I made a pocket page out of these 2 pages.
So you cut 2 of the same page and then left a gap.
Yep. And then I made a little file folder, which came from the Tim Holtz file, or
And
the
this
Elizabeth
is
Craft
specimen. So there's a little file folder,
has
and it's got
one.
the slide, it's got the tab. I'm talking while Diane finds what she's looking
I
for.
had them all laid out.
And we're going to have to
but-
ring the bell again because we have a question about the Tim Holtz tag die. This is the one that came out, Specimen Collector and Postal, and they went viral last year. We sold a lot of them because they're good basics. Thank you, Tim. Katie, can you get us the Tim Holtz tag die set?
Yeah.
Okay, Katie's all over it. She's on it.
There is an Elizabeth Craft, and they might have already taken it. But whatever, use whatever you have in your stash or a pre-made one. You can make there's the Tim Holtz pre-made file folders too.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I just used washi tape. That's a rub-on.
She just adds all kinds of
Yep.
things,
And
details.
then here's the little droplets again in the
Oh,
green.
okay.
Yep. And I used the rub-ons, the
Dear Santa.
Dear Santa rub-ons again. And I sewed. I sewed around there.
Very nice.
And then,
Those rub-ons, okay. Diane loved the rub-ons from the start, and we used them in Merrymakers. And I see that she really did love them because
Yes.
she's used them in several other projects.
yep. Oh, and then the ink I used, the only ink I used was gathered twigs.
For your inking?
For all the inking, except some of the like the red here, I used lumberjack plaid.
Okay, and there's a question about ink. They want to know a good distress red Christmas color.
Lumberjack plaid.
Yeah, go with lumberjack plaid. It was released last year at this time.
It's a great color. Great color. Love it.
So Mary did say that you can use the regular size planner for the snap binders.
That's good to know.
You'll have
I never
extra
knew
holes,
that.
but you can leave them if you want. That's kind of neat. Sandy says you've only shown 2 pages and she's called the store twice to place orders. I know how you feel because she makes me want stuff. Thank you.
We don't have the
Oh, we don't have the Tim Holtz?
No,
Okay.
but we have those options.
All right, so sorry, we're out of the Tim Holtz tag die, Diane, so we cannot show it right now. But we have this Shabby Basics die here, and that's the whale tail
Yes, and I have used
die,
that
and there's
quite
a
bit.
sample.
Yeah, that's a great
And
one.
then here's the Tim Holtz, what is this called? Frame tags, and this one has
Yes.
got the little embossing part around the edge. So when we get them back in, remind us and we'll be happy to get them out and show you and make a comparison.
Okay, this was another fun page, and this was done with, let's see here. It's an Elizabeth, okay, so there is the die.
Oh, this is one of the cool ones, everybody.
Yes.
This is the
Okay.
photo film slides, and it has a stamp and a die. I don't know, the little girl, I don't know what the little girl's doing on there. 'Cause
no, there's
there
another.
should be a deer.
There's 2 set of dies
But
that
this-
go
this
that
slide
have
matches?
this
Okay.
slide. There is one that has the deer, and then there's a stamp that has the little girl.
But this has got your hook there and little tags and the film strip. I love film strips.
and this is a cute little book too. It makes a little book. But these stamps are so fun. And then these are paper clips, and
that must be on the other
the
die set.
other die set cuts those out. But look how fun those are.
So there, she stamped it and then she die cut them
Yep.
and then put little ephemera behind them.
So this is washi tape from the Dear Santa collection. It's cool washi tape. And then this one is an ephemera piece, probably from Tim Holtz. And then the 25 is too. So this was a really
I
fun page
love
to
the
do.
slides.
Yeah.
That's just really cool.
And you can leave them blank and put pictures in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I will explain how Jill and I talked about how she's going to add pictures to this album. So there is a way to add a lot of pictures to this. The reinforcements, I've used several different ones, but this is the reinforcement variety pack, and I think we have
we have it.
we have this one. This is pack 2. Can they hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then some of the dies come with reinforcements too. I don't
Like this one. We talked about
Yeah,
this one,
there's-
that it comes with it.
right. And there's other ones that come.
Now,
with-
Diane has hers on a magnetic sheet, but they also have holes on them. So if you want to put them on a book ring
Yeah.
or one of those cables, and we have the cables if you want to get those, and that's a great way to do it too. And Bev said her order from Cyber Monday just arrived.
Yay!
That's pretty cool.
Always a fun box.
Okay, number 1969 is the die that has the deer that has this
Oh, okay.
the other
Thank you,
pieces.
whoever-
So thanks, Sharon. We
Yes.
knew there was one.
Yeah.
It threw me when I saw this. I'm like, what's that girl doing on there? But this would work just fine for your slides.
And I know a lot of you own a lot of Elizabeth Craft dies, but they are, I can't say enough good things. And they load their dies up. I mean, this one, look how many dies are
I
on there.
know I
and
want
it's
that one. I'm getting one of
$21.99.
I'm getting one of those.
So they do it's a great value, I think, because they load up their dies.
Diane, we have to ring the bell again. We have a question about the cables.
Oh, they're right over there. Okay, so that is
Is that our second page?
maybe. I knew.
Well, this is a fun day. This is a really fun day. We're gonna,
I hope
Marcy, we're
everybody
gonna
is.
have somebody get a cable for us. I'm thinking they're 6 inches, but I'm not really sure.
The cables
Katie's here. Can you get us some cables, Katie,
in that little wicker.
and measure them? All right, Katie's all over it.
Okay, on to the next page. This is a 6x8 paper, or a paper out of the 6x8 pad.
I think you have to open one. Oh, here. Okay,
inches?
here's the diameter is 2 inches.
So maybe 4.
They're like the ones, the Tim Holtz ones. We've carried them for a long time. And if you know what a 2-inch diameter and you took some geometry in high school, you can figure out the length. I'm thinking they're 6 inches, but thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.
So
Tell Julie
they're
B
pretty good.
that I'm filling her. Julie B, filling your orders.
Julie, Katie has got your order and she is filling it.
Orders. Yeah.
Orders? Okay. All right. Oh, they are 6 inches. Okay, thank you, Janet.
I thought they were
Okay.
probably 6 inches. So a very easy page. Put the Christmas tree reinforcements is on an older set from Elizabeth Crafts. And then this is from the postage stamp. I always use silver paper in
She
these
likes
albums
silver.
too. I do like the silver
And that's the Tim
albums.
Holtz
Whoops.
ideology.
Yep, and it comes
Metallic.
in
It's
all
got
this.
a craft core so you can sand it, and
And I know a lot of you have this because this was one of our
it was one of our cyber
yes
or our
Black
Thanksgiving
Friday.
week
Yeah.
specials.
So it's always fun to add the silver, a piece of ephemera, and then I use Diane's glitter.
Is that the Merrymakers die? That snowflake? It looks like kind of like Merry.
Which one? No, this was right on the paper.
Oh, it looks like
Yes.
it's die cut. Okay.
No, it's right on the paper. This was the 3x4 paper, and
Mm-hmm.
I just cut it down. Okay.
Oh, I just
The
love all
next
the
page
sparkle. Look at that.
Is I made
tinsel.
into a pocket page. I sewed around it. This is a piece of ephemera from Tim Holtz, and I used the platinum,
Oh, the platinum glitter.
the glitter, which
Now,
we're
did
going to try to get back in stock, but we do have, I think we have a couple of these. This is really fun.
it's kind of like
glitter.
vintage glitter.
It's very-
I think it's called
and it's-
vintage, isn't it?
It's called Vintage Platinum. Yes.
We have a lot
And
of
I just
glitters
put this
today.
on with the Nouveau glue, and I just put Nouveau glue around it, did some on the tree, and then did the 25 and then sprinkled that on. This was really fun. I had got a bunch of these in for Memory Bound, and they come in packages like we packaged them. They're just little, I don't know what these are called. They're just little, what are these called?
Tags.
Metal rim.
Metal, yeah,
Tag.
metal rim tags.
But I just take that part off, and then I put, you can stamp on them. I think I cut out from the paper pack, I put a little Santa. They just make really fun little embellishments that you can make up. And I just have a bunch in my stash.
See,
and-
she's got a little stash
Yep.
right here.
so that's a fun embellishment. And then this was a pre-made tag that I had in my stash, and I just put it.
It's hard to do it when you're reaching.
Okay, it's caught on something.
Katie's looking for a fabric that we'll
So-
have to find.
This is a tag that I think Dawn gave me on something last year, and it had her name on it, so I covered
So she
that.
covered it up.
Covered that up, and I'm reusing, and it fits perfect in here. And then made kind of a junk bow with all the fun. I used
And your
black-
tinsel.
Yeah, my tinsel, and I love black or check ribbon with any collection I do. I add that, and then the red. So
I guess you get 10 of those tags for $1.29.
you
That
do. It's
that is a
they're
really good deal.
And
Janet
then
just
we have
linked it.
bigger ones too, and later on I'll bring one in that I stamped on. It's a bigger set of of rings, and those are a lot of fun too. We have this size, and these are from Ranger, and I stamped with this set of stamps and made really cute. You can make them into ornaments or little gift tags or whatever.
Diane, we had a question from Cheryl about her scrapbook room die is lacking, and what should she start with? And I don't know if she means like Elizabeth Crafts, because there are those basic pages,
There are pages, dies.
like 1, 2, and 3, but it depends if you're doing sidekicks or you're doing full-size planners, or if you just want holiday ones. If you're working on holiday stuff and you're just getting started doing that, I would pick out some holiday dies.
Yeah, like this die here is a page. So and this one right here is a planner essential page. And if it's a sidekick one die and I really like it, I always find a way to make it work.
So maybe that would be a good video, is getting started with Elizabeth Crafts. So I think that would be something we need to put on our docket, because there are some really basic just to get the pages.
Yep.
I think some people buy it just like this die right here has a page, but maybe they want the beach ball and the pina colada and the pieces that go with it, the popsicle and the ticket. So sometimes people don't even buy it for the page.
So
And they're also loaded.
This is a set of dies too that's got the full page, that's got the rip torn, and then some of these frames. I've used these frames a lot. But if you look for dies like that to start the pages, then they always come with really fun, other fun dies in them. So there's a lot of different pages.
I think, and Letha is the same way. People are overwhelmed with Elizabeth Crafts. And Diane and I were talking this morning, or maybe it was yesterday, that Elizabeth Crafts, we've been carrying since the pandemic.
Yep.
And a lot of us never really understood what do you do with them, because we never even carried the albums for a long time. And now I feel like we're kind of getting a grip on it.
Yes.
So,
I think
and here
we've got
a
pretty
couple
good
other
grip.
people are asking the same thing. What do they do?
Use for your tabs on your book.
So they are pages, but there is a tab punch in the back if they just want
They're
tabs.
Elizabeth Craft page.
So I
They're
think,
right in with the page, and there's lots of different ones.
Diane, I think what we need to do is we're going to order the basic pages. We're going to stock up, and then we're going to have a demo, and we're going to show everybody what to do with them so that you can get started and do the same thing.
And Janine has a really good system for, she cuts, when she buys the die, she cuts it out so she knows what is on, with that set of dies, and then puts them on craft paper, and then she has a binder. And I think Kim is doing the very same thing. So you know what goes with what set of dies and what you have. So you can flip through this binder and find if you want a page with a tab at the top or a page that has a tab at the bottom. That's a good way to do it. But
I think half of our viewers are overwhelmed. Okay, and then we have a question about the metal rim tags, which she used right here. They're 10 and they're only $1.29, and they should be online under tags. We have a whole category
Yes.
called tags, and that's where those should be.
and there are the
And
bigger ones too.
I think Janet probably linked it. This is something you could probably buy by the hundreds if you wanted to.
Right.
We buy them in bulk, and we just package them because we know people don't usually want 100.
But
So,
then the bigger ones come.
oh, from Dina Wakely.
Yeah, there's 5 in here, and I thought I threw my one in that I stamped on. It was really cool to make a tag, and you can put to and from on the back, and it's another way to make a gift tag.
And I think that's what Donna was looking for, the larger
Yes.
metal rim tags. So there they
Yes, $4.99.
are.
They should be under tag.
Oops. Okay. Sorry, I hit a button and I didn't know
Yep.
where I went. Let's see. I'm trying to see if we've missed anything. All right, so everyone that's overwhelmed with Elizabeth Craft, don't worry.
Yes,
we
we
are
will.
we are going to
Yep.
we have it figured out, and we're going to share all that with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we assume, oh, we know what it is, so we assume everybody else does, and that is not true. So
And they're a great company to work.
they're really nice.
They're really nice, and they do videos all the time. They have Annette Green is a designer for them. David Els is the owner.
Esther's the one I can.
Yes.
They have a fans page that you can
Yep.
join and get ideas too.
Yep. And they
On
do
Facebook.
videos a lot. So go out to their YouTube or Facebook. Just put in Elizabeth Crafts. And
We don't
a
know
lot
how
of
they
their-
we don't know how they do it,
No,
but they do it.
They come up with. Okay, so this is another.
I love the tinsel, everybody, and look at she's using it for a banner here. And I don't know, I love that tinsel. I gotta get some of that too.
So it's this set of dies, the 1981 that I think it
And it's hard to see.
looks
Let me.
like this.
So it cuts out the tabs.
It cuts it out. These are, and you have to put a paper behind it, a page behind it, but it cuts out these little pockets. And they're already cut. So then you just put another page
Behind it.
paper on the back side of it. And this is, I did wish list. And these dies are from another Elizabeth Craft. I just went through.
Diane, I think we all know that Diane has a lot of dies.
But I went through, I wanted to do something different instead of the
Oh,
normal
that's
banner.
what that is?
So I used these two dies and made my.
And that's what she made these
Yep.
banner pieces out of.
And then
How
the
creative is
letters
that?
are out of.
Now this is the Sidekick Pocket Page Fillers 2. And this is, it's only $15.99, and you're going to get all these frames
Yeah,
and the,
the frames
banners.
I use a lot. So the letters that I used were the 1986 alphabet tabs. And I didn't use the tabs this year, but I used
Just the letters?
The letters, and they're a great size.
Well, I think you've impressed everybody. This is our third page.
No. I knew
And
this
people are
would
like
be
going,
long,
wow.
and I don't want to overwhelm anybody, but I do this because I love
and
doing
it's
it.
fun
and
to
it
see the
gives
ideas.
You great ideas, great techniques. Even if you take one thing from my video, it's worth
And it might
to
be
me.
this. It might be this right here
Yep.
to use these to make a little banner.
Look at your dies, like Teresa says, not how they were intended to be used. Try to think of,
Look at the shapes.
outside the box.
Okay, look at the little mini clips on her tags. Maybe you're going to show that, but
Yeah.
that is really neat how you did that too.
So then I put Gavin and Garrett, and they both write very big. So,
Wish list, so they'll write on these tags.
but
what-
these are out of some ephemera pack, and I wrote, and then I stamped.
I've been naughty, I've been nice.
Yes, on both, and then they will write their wish list on here.
And she used the little mini paper clip, just put a little
Yep.
piece of ribbon and then stapled it with the
Stapled
tiny
it.
attacher.
Yeah.
See, that's, Diane, that's one little technique. I bet if we counted these up, you probably have 50, 60, maybe more techniques
I
today
hope
that we're
so.
seeing.
That's kind of what I wanted to accomplish in this, along with making an album. But I just love it. I could sit in my room and design for hours.
Wouldn't that be nice? Rich could bring you your meals.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't like it, but you do have to come out for air once in a while. But
Well, it's-
again, it's just
It's
I
amazing. I
thoroughly
think
enjoy
everyone's
this.
loving it. The hearts are crazy today.
Yeah, and Tim said in one of his last videos, some of the techniques are over the top, but if you enjoy doing it, no matter how long it takes, you do it.
Right,
It
part
doesn't
of it-
matter what anybody else says.
Well, part of the pleasure is the journey.
Yes.
The actual crafting.
Definitely. Okay, so these are
This
my
is a wow.
baking page. We girls and I always do a baking day with some of the boys. This is a really old die that we can no longer get because I
Oh,
tried
really? Oh.
yesterday. But if you come across this die and you want to do any kind of baking one, it's 1680 Planner Essential 19 recipe book, and it comes with this. This is a
whisk.
page right here.
Okay, so yeah.
let me take this out.
So
and I'll
this
show
whisk
ya.
is attached to a page, but you could cut around it if you wanted just the whisk.
Yes, and I have done that before. So this is how it comes, like that. And then I'll cut out, this is a metal piece, so I just cut out two that I used, I layered.
To cover it?
And then I made a wood handle. Got some wood paper and made a wood handle.
Oh my gosh.
And then it's got spatula and the rolling pin, which I've...
It's a fun set. We're sorry we can't get it anymore.
Yeah. And then this is a set of dies too, and I bet I didn't bring that. That's a Tim Holtz. It's called Sugar Cookies, and I'm pretty sure I didn't bring that, but we cannot get those any longer either.
Well, Kim has the set with the recipe set, so she's
Oh.
happy.
And then I just put one of the
Is that confections?
confections, the red one, and then this is a
Doodlebug. It's
the
a doodle pop.
Doodlebug. It's called gingerbread cookies. And Kelly and I looked yesterday. They are on back order, but there is a date
Yeah,
of
I
early
think they're going to
December.
be here soon.
So if you want those, it's gingerbread
Cookies?
cookies is what they're
and you
called.
can send us an email or give us a call and we'll reserve it for you.
And then these are also from that
From
set.
the gingerbread line?
Yep, you get the set with the pan, and then you get
Oh,
two
you
or
get
three
extras.
other ones.
Okay.
Yep.
And they're usually like $3, I
Yeah.
think, for...
Yep. And then I went to my recipe box and found some really cute recipe cards, which we have recipe
that are
cards
even
here.
red. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but I thought these were really cute. So I cut one off, and then I
Oh.
I did this on the computer, family favorites.
And then you added the little...
Yep.
Okay, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Very cute. We do have recipe
Mm-hmm.
paper that you can cut up, and one of them is designed by our very own Janet.
Yes.
I believe it's called Christmas Cheer, but we do have a whole category under paper that's called recipe cards. So easy
and
to
I
find.
think the new Doodlebug
Oh,
also has
and we have
recipe
Baked with
cards.
Love.
Yes.
Okay, we might need to ring the bell.
Yes.
You're right, Diane. Those are already pre-cut and in a
Yes.
package.
Yep. So it's fun to add some recipes. Jill said that she would add some of the boys' favorite recipes. And then I thought this looked like cookies. These whole
Yes.
Hey, Chris. Oh, oh my gosh, Chris is here on her day off.
I made cocoa cups, Diane.
Chris, we gave away we told everybody about the
good.
sleighs
Yay.
today. So this is Chris. I think you guys know it.
What can I find for you?
We need the recipe cards from Doodlebug and Baked with Love,
Okay.
please. Chris is on her
takes
day
all
off.
of us,
There
ladies.
must be busy.
Yes, it takes all of us here. We have awesome staff. And then here's the droplets again, and I came in the red and the
They
green.
came in the
but-
red and green and pearl.
here's
Those
the
aren't
gold
available,
ones.
but we have the gold and the
Yeah.
silver, and we have the black
So
and the
these are really
bronze.
fun. Again, if you don't like those colors, just use your alcohol ink and dye them. Okay, so that's that page. And then this is out of the backdrops for Tim Holtz, which we are no longer able to get, but it is. If you have these, it's from...
Or if you have a cookbook, we can copy a
Yes.
recipe page for you on our
Yes,
copy
use
machine.
an old cookbook. That would be
Wouldn't that be
great.
neat?
Yes, great idea. And then this is a page that had that...
Oh, you showed that earlier with the
did.
torn edges. But
I have quite
so
a
here
mess
you can see she's got a page behind it, but this page is cut with the torn edges, so it looks kind of old
Thank
and
you.
shabby.
These two. I don't have Baked with Love yet. Bacon Spirits Bright.
Oh, Baking Spirits Bright is it?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
okay,
I said the
that's
wrong name.
Yeah, this is made with love. So this is the Doodlebug made with love.
Made with love.
And then this one is Candy Cane Lane.
So those are the Doodlebugs, and you get 36.
And look how fun
and they are $7.99.
You know, they do.
They're hard to see.
Yeah, they are hard to see. But
And then we do have the ones from Simple Stories from their collection, Baking Spirits Bright. And we have a lot of Baking Spirits Bright products. So if you wanted to
Yep.
make a whole recipe book, you would be set up for that.
okay, here's the next 2 pages. This page, this die here
Is it this one, maybe?
This one, yes. So I bought this one. I loved first of all, I loved the banner. But this die here and this die here, they make slits in your paper.
And they're stitched around the edge.
Yes. So I laid the die on this paper where I wanted it, and I tacked it down with the yellow tape so it wouldn't move. So I got the pocket right in the spot that I wanted it. And this is backdrops.
and her page, you could see the little kind of notches around the edge, and that is from this also.
Yes.
And this is Summer State of Mind, which she's using a summer die
Yep.
in her Christmas album.
But look how many dies are on there, and it's $25.99. Again, they just load them up.
You do get a lot. Anna wants to know if there's any tips for printing on recipe cards.
For printing? Like on your computer, or
I think so.
Yeah. How I do it is I run it through my computer on just a blank piece of paper, then I line them up. It's really hard to get them lined up
There's
if
lines.
there's lines.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't matter, then just put it on with repositionable tape right over your paper. And I have demoed that
Yeah.
before how we do that.
Or
So-
handwrite it. Sometimes your handwriting.
Yeah.
I've got stuff from my grandma, and it means a lot to me.
It does. And that's a great tip, is to do your handwriting. This paper is from Tim Holtz Backdrop. This is from one of his ephemera. And then these are our vintage.
Oh, we
The
have
sheets that
sheets
we
that you
have.
can cut apart.
Yep.
They've got lots of images on them, and
Those are just fun.
I think they're $2.99, and you usually get maybe 6 to 8 different things on them. I love this one too.
Yeah, and I think they took our die
But
that
yeah,
this we already showed. And then this paper is from the Dear Santa collection. And then this stamp is one of Tim's
yeah, that was a
new,
surprise for me, Diane.
which I love.
Is it tree?
It's this one.
Or-
Winter Woodlands. This is I love this tree, and I love that, which I haven't used that yet, but this is the tree that I stamped. And how I made this, I used embossing glaze. I think I used a couple different colors. This looks, I think this is forest moss, and I don't think
So-
but it is the embossing glaze.
So
from
she
Tim
stamped
Holtz.
it with
embossing
ink,
ink, yes.
and you can, if I do this, I don't know if you can kind of see that it is, there you go. It's a neat stamp because it doesn't stamp solid. It's got like different layers
Yeah,
in
it does. And I think I used the forest moss, but peel paint works
You could
too.
use whatever green you have. I really like the star on the top.
Yes, and the star is the Tim Holtz stars.
Those are
And
called
I
mirrored
used
stars.
Alcohol ink. This is honeycomb. Forest moss in the glaze, please. So I don't know. Are these might be
I
discontinued
don't know, but
too.
I'm getting some.
But I have.
I'm so greedy.
I think they're in my other tray. But
So
I
if you're dyeing them with alcohol ink, dye a few at a
Yep,
time, and
yep.
then you have them in your stash.
honeycomb is good. There's a couple other alcohol inks that are good.
Mushroom ink will make them look just sort of vintage and
Yes.
old.
And sometimes I do both. I'll use this and then put mushroom over the top.
So the color first.
Yes.
And then they do want to know how you got 2 colors with the embossing when you did the glaze. Did you just sprinkle them
Okay,
on?
so this I did first, and then this has this down here, And I wanted that a different color, which I probably should have done brown, but I wanted it red because I have a red tree skirt. So I used the lumberjack plaid glaze.
So the bottom
Kinda
is
into the
lumberjack.
glaze. It's kind
She
of-
is into the glazes.
It's really
so
fun.
what she had to do was mask,
Yes.
say the bottom. Maybe she did the tree first. I don't know, and then mask.
I did the tree first, yeah.
and then mask the bottom,
And then did the red.
That's a very good question, though.
Yes.
And Janet just linked Baking Spirits Bright, so you can see all of that.
It's Christmas. I think that is a stamp from somewhere. Again, I have
December to remember, maybe.
maybe so. And then this is a stamp too, and I used lumberjack plaid.
Okay, and that
So-
stamp is right here.
Oh, perfect.
So it's from the Winter Woodlands. Look at that tag 2-5. That's perfect for Christmas.
So this is a perfect example of the sidekick die. This
Oh.
is one that they've
So
already
sidekick is
taken.
smaller.
Yep, and then use this die, and it makes it into. You can use it in your planner, so that's a good way. So don't shy away from the sidekick dies.
Yeah.
There's always a way to make them.
If it's got something you like,
Yep.
hey, go for it.
Yep. And then the next page is just this is a
Ephemera.
ephemera, and I made a little pocket out of it, and I forgot to put a little. I'll,
Put something in
yep,
it.
I'll just stick.
She just has something over here in her
Yep.
stash she can grab and stick in there.
Yep, I'll ink that up, and so all of these words are from previous years.
Oh, the sticker
The
books.
sticker books, and I think I have.
Are we out of sticker books
Yeah.
now? Okay.
I have 3 different years, and if you have these or come across them, they're wonderful. You can see how I've used. They have sheets and sheets of the verbiage, and then there's always other these little icons are really. And let's see, this is this year's. So again,
And we don't have these. They're sold out.
Yeah.
There just was not enough Christmas ideology created this year.
We always
We order a lot.
heavy.
We do.
but they never seem to.
We weren't able to reorder, so we're sorry about that.
Yeah. But hopefully everybody got
Maybe they'll
some.
make more next year.
They have a sheet of red words and the green words, and these labels down here are just so cute.
And if you don't have them, you could take something and print on your computer
the
and
other
then
thing that
cut
you
it.
can use is the tiny text.
What about the sticker book? Oh, yeah, the Tiny Text Christmas
Yes.
is really good for that.
This is a great set of stamps to use. And then
Does the sticker book have a lot of little words in it? I think
the
maybe it
Dear
does.
Santa sticker book is another great example of.
I think it might
yeah.
have little.
It's got. Yeah.
There's some words.
There's some words too. So this is from the Dear Santa.
So there's other options,
Yep.
and I think 'Tis the Season has that.
Yep.
And Diane, Eileen wants to know, when you sit down to create, what do you think of first? The theme, looking at the paper, looking at the ephemera. What's your starting point?
The way this one started was I came across a saying about Santa.
Oh,
And then the Dear Santa line came in. We got this August.
I think August, yeah,
Maybe.
because that was, it came in pretty early.
And I kind of started that way, but I always have to start with a paper line too. A paper, if I don't like the paper, it's not going to work for me. I have to like the paper collection that I use. So a lot of times I will start with a paper collection
That's a
and
good.
go from there.
That's a good starting point. And
Yep.
you mostly use the Dear Santa. It's a simple vintage collection from Simple Stories.
Gracious, we have been here a while.
We have. We got a
Sorry.
few more to go.
Do we want to keep going or?
Well, yeah. Let's show the rest of them.
Okay.
So you did that one.
Yep.
We're here now, so we might as well go for it.
Okay, we'll go. Try to go a
We'll
little
speed up a
faster.
little bit.
This I always do in all of Jill's albums. I love the way this looks. There's nowhere to add a picture, but she loves it.
It
or
looks good.
make something like this and put it on an easel.
Oh,
I
that
just
would
go
be
to my
good.
stash. I used fabric. I used. This is a stamp right here. I stamped from the little set
the season.
down here. I use labels. This is the present is a Tim Holt, no, an Elizabeth Craft die, the presents, and then I
Stamp that little
yeah,
I've been
no, I didn't
nice.
well, I might have stamped or I ran it through the computer. This is fabric, so this was a really fun page to use. The back page is collage tiles from Tim Holtz, which again were the last
we out
couple
of those?
years. Yep.
Oh, I thought we had
Last
them.
couple years, the collage tiles, and then this is a tree.
Or
from-
you could cut squares
Yes,
if you
very
need to.
easy. And I love the collage looking for a page.
And there's that star we talked about. If you're going to
Yep.
do the mirrored stars.
Yeah, and there's one on this
Um,
side too.
Oh, yeah, there's a bigger one. They come in different sizes. And I would just put a little alcohol ink on several, get a few of them done.
Yep. This is an Elizabeth Craft die, and it's one of the older ones. It is Arrow Page and Trees, number 12, 1673, and I'm pretty
And
sure
it's
that
out of
this is-
stock. I don't know if I think it might be discontinued.
But I like to use different shapes of pages, so this was one I used. Again, I used that one die that has the little
Little slit.
the
summer
smaller one.
die.
Yep. Use the ring, kind of did some embellishments here. This is, I think, from Merrymakers last year, a paper clip, and then just some ephemera. And on the back
this is-
side, this paper is from the Dear Santa collection. This is, I think, a pocket from 49 in Market that was in my stash. Made a
Oh,
little
look at
pocket
that.
in the middle of the page.
I like how it hangs off the
And
edge.
then this is a piece of ephemera from, I think, the Dear Santa. It might be.
So you could take it
maybe-
might be the large ephemera.
Yes.
So you could take your ephemera, put a little eyelet, stamp it, and you got a really fun embellishment.
Yeah, and this is just a tag that I had made up. I have a whole bunch made up here, cut out, and I just put Merry Christmas on that. And then this is from the sticker book, washi tape. So that's really, I really
Mary would
that.
like to see the tree side again, maybe from the last page.
Okay.
All right, so we got.
I just used a combination. This is fabric that I stamped on, but I didn't like it. So then I found a piece of ephemera and sewed it on that just fit.
No one will ever know.
This is kind of a layered piece. This is washi tape. This is the
The chipboard.
chipboard pieces that he has come out. And I think there's some in here.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, there is some in here.
So that is the layers,
Yeah.
the Christmas layers.
From this year. Layers and paper dowels. Fabric again with some of the words out of the sticker book. Label, washi tape. And then the snowflake corners are from an Elizabeth Craft die from this.
We had it out earlier, and I don't think it's sitting here any longer because I did see it. I wondered what they did, so.
Yeah. Okay, so.
That's really, I like how you offset the pocket on that one. I don't think of that. I think of putting the pockets in the middle only.
Yeah. Okay, then there's this page. It's just a half page again. That this is the postage stamp from Elizabeth Craft. This is a die cut from, I think, the 'Tis the Season, and it had the Joy to the World, and I just used the embossing glaze on it. And
She's done
do
lots
have
of
an-
glazing.
We do have an embossing pen that I
Right.
used that you can just write over that, and it makes,
You could also write in your own handwriting
Yes.
and emboss it.
not me, but you can. Okay, this is our Dear Santa. We always have Santa come to our house every year. And this is the page I made for that. So foam stickers, then I just cut out the words. The Santa is from the sticker book, and there's lots of good Santas in this book.
There's a lot in the entire collection.
Yeah,
There's a lot
yeah.
of good Santas.
It's a great one. And then this page is a pre-printed one from the 6x8, and I just made it into a pocket, and I sewed around it. This paper is, I think, from the Dear Santa line too. Cut it down, stitched around it, and then just made a collage here. I sewed around the little circle here and then made a fussy bow. And added the believe up here with the little tab.
Everything's amazing, Diane.
Thank you. Sorry it's taken so long, but I guess I knew it would. And then this is another page that these are the Tim Holtz frames.
Aren't they collage frames?
Collage
No, is that what they're
frames,
called?
which-
Oh, they're not gone, are they?
I think so. Yeah, I didn't bring them over. A lot of our, when I started
We'll
this,
have
we
to
had-
see.
we had a
We'll have to
ton
see
of-
if we have those. We can check on that.
I used, this is just a piece of ephemera, and I used the Tim Holtz sparkle on it.
Oh,
Just covered it, and you can kind of see that it sparkles. Or frosted crystals.
so that is
frosted
that is the
crystals, too.
texture paste sparkle, and you just put it on with a palette knife.
Yep. And I use frosted crystals too, which is this is coming.
And that's embossing powder. And Teresa
Yes.
has shown us how to
And
use that.
I do a tag with this. Alicia uses this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just leftover paper here, and then the memories is from the
Is that our stamp?
memory
Oh.
bound stamp, and I used the lumberjack plaid.
So we have a
on it.
stamp that was inspired by Diane, and I think, is it called Memories?
Could be.
And it's got like a photo frame, and it's made
Yeah.
for mini albums or scrapbook layouts versus other projects, because it talks about, I hate to keep saying it, but memories.
Yeah, but you need that word a lot.
Do you have it in your stash?
I do not,
Okay.
but I do have the word family up here, and this is an Elizabeth Craft, an older one, 1676, Planner Essential 15, and it's got the word family, which is a perfect size. And Jill used it. I had just cut out a whole bunch, and Jill used it on those collage frames. And this is the one that has the Christmas tree on
Okay.
it too. So again,
Can
if
we
you-
order that
I
one?
don't think so.
All right. We'll have to check on that one.
I checked on some, and others we just can't get.
Can you
But
ring the bell?
This has a half page.
Oh, Janet
on it-
linked.
on
Oh,
it,
okay.
too.
Most of them have a page. Yesterday, Chris showed one of our exclusive stamps that was the place photo here. Can you get our family memory stamp, the memory bound? Katie's on it.
Okay, so that is that page, and I put these on with repositionable
Oh, that's right.
tape so she can take them off and put pictures behind it, and then hung a little charm. It comes with the threads already on there. I cut this one off down here, but then I thought, oh, it'd be fun to hang something from that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The threads are still hanging
Yes,
off of
they
those. So you'd want to be in that
I have
shop
them
making
somewhere.
those.
Okay, we're almost there. This is just another fun
Thank you.
page using the frames again. Jill's favorite word for Christmas is believe, so I added that. This paper is in the Dear Santa. And it looks like this. Now I used the 6x8, but this is
That
a
would
really
work.
fun
Just
page,
cut
and
it
looks
off by
Tim
the edge.
Holtzy.
It does look Tim Holtzy.
So I just cut it down. Another I just added, I added buttons to the tags that were the threads.
Oh, that's a cute idea.
So this is our set of stamps that have lots of different memories on it, but this is the one I used on that page.
And
This is a
it's
great set of stamps.
So this stamp, and it's made so that you have the larger word memories, and you can add the little word family or happy. It's got good times, way back when. And then I really like that. The memories are meant to be made, not forgotten.
Yeah, that's a good
And the frame, and this is $14.99, and it's a Memory Bound exclusive.
Okay, so this is, Jill always takes pictures of her house inside and out, so I always do a home page. So I used the house dies again from, I think I did a combination of Tim Holtz and Elizabeth Craft. The moon, it's a die, and that one is a new one from Tim Holtz.
We were very glad he came out with that.
Yes, it's a Halloween one. It is this one, Moonlight, but it comes with 2 different sizes of moons.
Is that the larger one? It looks like it.
Don't you? But that's, even though it's a Halloween one, it is
Well,
the
we
larger
stocked up
one.
at the end of Halloween because we
Yeah.
knew that was going to be good for Santa and his sleigh.
And then the Santa and the sleigh are from either Tim Holtz or Elizabeth Craft has.
I love how you did these houses along the bottom.
I
That's
love
really
doing
neat.
those houses.
You loved that die when it came out
there
last year.
is the Tim Holtz.
Teresa
set.
has used this a lot also. The letters, she's used the words. Those little trees are kind of cute. You've got the clouds. And the houses, they're always bigger than what you think they are on the package. And I don't think I can shake them down, but you can kind of see by Diane's.
Here it is.
You can see by Diane's page.
Okay, so here is the set of houses from the Elizabeth Craft. It is 2050 Snow Village.
And I think that one is on order.
And I think I used this page. Oh, here is that page cut out with the snowflakes.
So it cuts the page out,
Yep.
and then the snowflakes dies match up to the snowflakes
so I
on the
put
border.
Snowflakes.
So if you want this one, all you have to do is call and let us know, and we will
This
reserve
one
it for
is
you when it
available
arrives.
because
It's new.
It's a new one. Yeah.
You can just say you want the houses, and we'll know what you mean.
Yeah. And then I had this in my stash from last year. It's one of the pocket cards again that I had made up, and not sure why I didn't use it last year, but the trees, the houses are from the Tim Holtz, and then the home is from his sticker book. So I thought, oh, that's perfect. So I just
Oh,
punched the holes.
I
and
like it. It makes a page.
it does. And then she can put a picture on the back. And then again, more houses, and she has.
And you left her room for pictures,
Yes,
Diane.
I did.
That's something Diane has to remind herself to do.
I do. And then this little reinforcement is from one of the pages. In
Okay.
fact, I just came across it, like, I think yesterday or the day before, that I had a house reinforced, so that worked out.
Oh,
And then
that's
this
neat.
is an easy page. I got to the point where
That was quite a tag, though.
this is a tag I made last year with the Tim Holtz stencil, Believe, and then I used that set of stamps again with the little. Again, I love that set.
The LDRS.
So these are the
'tis the
last
season.
few pages in the book. This is a set of stencils, which we do have. It's called Journal Stencils 2, and it's got this
Oh, you get
stencil
6 stencils.
right down here. So I used the footprints, and I masked off the actual prints. I used glaze, and I used the hickory smoke glaze to make the footprints. And then all I wanted was the S and the C. It has stars and trees on it, but I didn't want that, so I masked everything off and just used the S and the C, and I used the lumberjack plaid glaze. And I thought that really was cute. And I put 24 on there because he always comes on
He
Christmas
comes on the
Eve.
24th.
Yep. And I used just a pocket card, Christmas pocket card. And then again, that set
Oh
of
gosh,
stamps.
I see why you need that.
Yeah. It's just really fun to stamp little things. I don't like to keep things overhanging that.
You don't want them plain.
You
You
don't
want
want
them
'em
look like
plain.
they're supposed to be
Yep.
there.
And then this is a page from the 6x8, which I'm sure there's a Santa paper in the bigger collection. And then this is a stamp that
Is that
is
Jolly
from
Jolly Santa?
Santa Claus. And it's this stamp here. And I used the hickory smoke when I stamped it.
So is that glazed also?
Yes, it is. Yep.
So Diane's going through a glaze stage right
Yes, I
now.
am.
It's hard to, oh, there you can see.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
So I thought that was, you really didn't need anything else. So I
No, it's just
added that.
cute. When you flip it over, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, that's cute.
And I had to get it done. So this is the last page of, this is the back of the Santa page. So I found this in my stash. I found stories and memories in my stash. And then this is the 3x4 cards that I just made into a little book. Covered the paper, so the background paper just made
Makes it-
mats.
yeah, it
so
looks
she can
good.
put
So flip
pictures
it backwards. So these are 2 3x4
Yeah,
cut aparts
like this.
that she didn't cut apart, and you just
Yep.
score them and fold them and
Rounded the corners, made a little embellishments with my loop pins. I used buttons. I used those little earrings. The
oh,
little
Tim Holtz diamonds.
yeah, the diamonds.
For a minute, I was reading a comment, and it took me a while, but these are the antique gems,
Yeah.
and
That are really fun to
Maggie
add.
made all of us earrings with these
Yes.
for my birthday this summer because I'd been wanting them forever, and they
Yeah.
are really fun. You get 12, and they're $5.99, and
But adding little
there it is right there.
tags like that is fun with
It's
the
just
little
something
paper
different.
clip. Then on this page or the back page, I will write a note to Jill, sign it, and date it.
That's
So
really
that
important if you're
hasn't got
making
done.
books for people.
And I'll probably use, well, I'm not sure what I will use, but using these pocket cards too, I love using those. And I might do something like that. Okay.
Is
well,
that
was a
it?
marathon.
Is it lunchtime?
I think it pretty
Well, our
close to-
battery is about to die, so we
Oh,
do have to
wow.
wrap it up.
I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't overwhelming. but
I think if you picked out a couple techniques out of all this,
Yeah.
you are richer today than you were yesterday, for sure.
I love doing this, and
It shows, Diane, it really does,
sit
and
and use your product.
we want you to use your
Yes,
stuff.
We do. It's so much fun, and the companies have come out this last year have just done a phenomenal job.
They
with
have. I agree.
dyes and stamps and paper products and all the embellishments and
Yeah. Simple Stories. We always love Simple Stories. We've got lots of brands that we love, and we're a huge Tim Holtz store. We carry just about everything, all of his different lines, and
they wanted
so.
us to dump this.
Oh yeah,
book.
thank
This
you.
is
How'd you
the-
remember
I
that?
don't know, I had it sitting here. This is the layers and paper dolls, and oh my gosh,
So,
you just get
Instead of having paper
so
dolls
much.
and
in here.
chipboard and other things and ephemera, they've put it all together.
You get 95 pieces. Oh, and I used the smaller piece of that in my book. The candy canes.
I
are
love. There's the
good.
candy cane.
This Santa is really good. There's numbers. This picture.
And this is limited, so if
Yes.
you love it, do not wait. It's $12.99.
Yep.
It's the layers and paper dolls from Christmas
And
2023.
you just get, again, another really good Santa. There's trees in here. There's bells.
There's
The
frames, it looks like,
frames, I
and
love these. There's a really cute frame. So, yeah. I might have to buy this because I won't be able to put it back in the
yeah,
case.
It's
in
kind of
the
like
package.
if you break it, you buy it kind of thing.
They filled this package to the
Well,
brim.
and it was bulging. Even the
It
plastic.
was.
I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, it's a great collection.
So that is a wonderful pack.
Annie, if you have any questions, just give me a call. I'll be here the rest of the week.
She's here all day. She's here all week.
So, I wanted to just mention, this is what Jill and I had decided. She was going to give her an opportunity to put more pictures in. It's the pocket pages from Elizabeth Craft. This is the Planner Essentials, and it's a great way to add more pictures to your planner. And it's got lots of fun
Lots of configurations.
and she also has a printer to print small pictures. And that's
And you,
what you
yeah,
need
and you
for
can fill them
here.
with paper too.
Yes,
I mean, you can do a lot.
embellishments, but this is a really good way to add more.
If you get a planner, it's a good idea to add a
Yes.
package of pocket pages. And we're
Yes.
not just being salespeople.
No.
It really is.
So you could see on a lot of these, I didn't leave room for pictures, but that's okay. So she can add pictures this way too.
That's a great way. Diane, this is fantastic. I know you feel like it was long, and you're probably
was.
going to go have to have a drink and rest up and everything after this. But thank you so much for sharing a little
welcome.
piece of your family and of Jill and your wonderful creativity.
Thank you,
And
you.
we really appreciate
thank you
it.
for sticking with us. And again,
I hope you guys all have a rest. Go get some lunch. At least here in Central Time, we're ready for lunch.
we are ready for lunch.
And have a wonderful rest of the day. And we're going to be back tomorrow. And Chris is back
Chris is
tomorrow.
back tomorrow.
And somebody told her to make a coffee cup out of paper. So
that
she
was
did that.
yesterday, but tomorrow I think she's doing a box.
She's
too.
doing I think she might be doing both.
both. Ooh.
So it's a double
Okay.
whammy.
She got right on that.
So thanks, Diane, and thank you everyone for watching us. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.